I think there's this belief in Americans that, oh, you can just go and apply for citizenship and you'll get it. And that this may sound weird, but whenever somebody tells me just go and apply to become a citizen, I feel like it's an act of violence against an undocumented immigrant to say just go and apply because you don't know the process. Because when you were born here, nobody told you anything. You automatically assume the spot of an American citizen. The papers came in the mail. You didn't have to do anything. So when somebody just tells me something like that or just says, oh, that's nothing, you'll be fine, and it's like, that is an act of violence because you're assuming that I have control over this aspect of which I have no control about, and you're assuming that the institutions are set up to make it easy for me, when really they're set up to make me fail. That's the way I feel like it is. So I think that's one of the main reasons why, if you hear my English, it sounds like I'm a white person, which I hear a lot of people say. I made it like that because I can actually regress into my African accent if I want to, but I speak as if I am a white American because I don't want to hear anything about, oh, you're an immigrant. So if you, that's why when that guy was asking me, where are you from? I said, guess, and he said American. So it's, I learned that trick because my dad had an accent, my mom has an accent. And I feel like they're always disrespected because of the accent. It's automatic. As soon as they hear that accent, it's, oh, well, you're not American, so we don't care. But when I walk into a room and I am, a black woman, speaking as if I were a white person, it's like, oh, she's educated. Well, we can actually listen to her, and she actually has something to say. But around my African friends, I can regress to an African accent. Thank you. Tortas. Gracias, señora.
Wait. Let's stay with this. Learning whiteness. How did you pick that up?
I'll tell you. It's a secret. And I tell this to Spanish learners who come through my office, and I say, when you're watching TV and you are an immigrant, you don't know what they're saying, watch English TV, the channel, turn on closed captioning, and turn off the volume. And watch people's lips as they speak. Watch how their tongue moves and imitate, even if you don't know what they're saying.
That's what you did?
Yes, what I did. Imitate that. And then you'll pick it up. I know it sounds weird, but that's what I did.
Can you do us a demonstration?
So I don't know how to demonstrate it, but like I would have to have a TV and I would have to turn off the volume and turn on closed captioning. And as you read the word, you have to watch how each because an accent is established by the movement of the tongue. It's not established by anything but the movement of the tongue. So if you watch how the lips are moving, how the tongue is moving, you can pick up an accent. I don't know if that's
wrong with accents.
It's a weakness. It's a weakness in this country.
That's how you perceive it?
That's how I perceive it. Because I feel, Hispanic people who have accents are like, can you, and I've seen this so many times, and a Hispanic person will walk up to a white person and say something that I clearly understand, and the white person will be like, can you say that in English? And it's like, the person just said it in English. Just because they have a strong accent does not mean they didn't say it in English. So it's that perception of weakness that I see. I see a lot of people with accents suffering from. I've seen it with my dad. I see it all the time with my mom. My mom will go into an establishment, and my mom's very respectful. She will talk, and they won't listen to her and they won't understand her. And then she'll call me. And I usually get pissed off at that point because I feel like people are disrespecting my mom. And I assume my white persona and I scream at the person over the phone and they serve my mom because I don't have that accent. Because they think that, oh, her daughter is actually somebody, up high and we have to respect that. So, which is sad, but it's the truth.
Were the moments that you actually picked it up, or you said to yourself, I have to work on fixing my accent?
Living around here and watching people be disrespected because they have a strong accent. I mean, just daily watching how people are treated based on the way they pronounce words. Because Americans have this perception that this English has to be spoken.
I mean, white America.
White Americans.
It's
right. They have this notion of this English has to be spoken in this format, in this way. Once again, conforming to this preset rule, you have to speak it in this way. And if you don't, you're the other. So I picked that up from school even. And I'll tell you an interesting thing. When I was from 4th grade to 8th grade, I was in ESL classes. And then I made it to the 9th grade. And they put me in accelerated AP English classes. So I literally went from ESL to accelerated AP English. And I attribute that jump to learning, reading books, and learning how to acquire that perfect white accent. So I thought it was very interesting that I jumped from 8th grade, and in one summer of acquiring an accent, you put me in accelerated English. That says something. That says a lot. It really does. So, but yeah, and when I go around my African friends, it's always like, hey, how are you doing, my friend? How are you today? Are you doing well? How was your day? And I switch back to the African accent because it's like, I'm amongst my people. I'm not gonna act white amongst my people. I'm gonna act African.
But it tells me that, as you're talking about, you have to carry those multiple personas.
Yeah.
And all the time be ready.
Yeah. You always have to be ready. You have to blend in.
Surveil and watch.
You have to blend in. When the police is around, I'm white. I'm white. You saw it at the library when the librarian Mark, he's white. When he saw us, I switched from regular old Nancy to, I'm getting my doctorate at the University of Houston. Because you have to establish that. I feel like you have to establish that respect, or you will not be respected back. And I didn't focus on being an immigrant when I was explaining to him what we were doing. I specifically did it on purpose. Because there's this fear that, he's gonna have something to say. So you have to be ready. You have to be ready to blend in. I don't know if other immigrants feel like this, but amongst my friends that are Hispanic or African, none of them have this white-centric accent that I've picked up. And they always ask me about, like, why do you always sound white? And why do you do that? And I've told them the reason, but they've always thought it was weird that I place so much importance on speaking white. And I don't know if it's just me. It's just an odd thing for me where I have to blend in. I have to keep myself. It's not necessarily blending in, but putting this cover, this veil over my face and saying, this is not really who I am. This is the other person, and this other person fits in. But the real Nancy may not fit in. So it's a matter of survival, as always. Matter of survival. And I think that's what life is about ultimately. That's why people migrate, to survive or to have better opportunities.
You come to the U.S., yeah, somebody, yeah, like a agency take care of you 6 months or the before 6 months, the 8 months, and then you finish. You don't have the money, it's okay. Only you, nobody take care of you. Nobody know what happened in your family. Yeah, like that. Like me, many years. I need to take care of my family. Sometimes I'm thinking too much. Sometimes I be poor and I don't have the money. I don't know the speaking English. I know the high school. I don't have the good job. Like that.
But when you say thinking too much, what are you thinking about?
Oh, thinking about next month, how to do. I need to pay the rent. I don't have the money. It's a problem. Maybe next month, a lot of bill here, a lot of bill coming. You don't have the money, how to do? You don't have the good job. Only the price, the food price coming up. Why the people working no coming up too? Before this apartment about 700, I'm working $750 1 hour, right? Now this apartment go high, close to the 900. I'm working 700, 750. Say, see? This apartment the price high. Why I'm working say money? How to do? How to do the pay the money to the high the price high the apartment. This is a problem, man. Why this like a food, right? Food, the before somebody sell only about $2. Now people sell the one more or about $5. Yeah, go high. And then I'm working. Why no go? I need. Why the money no go high for the hour? I'm working say money. All the food, all the rent, everything that go high. How to do? The people working 750. It's a problem. Yeah, man. The people, my people, big problem. They don't have the money. They no speak English, nothing. Maybe next 10 years, okay. For my kid, he know the speaking English. He go to high school. Later, okay. Next, it's okay. Now, Papa, Mama problem.